Hey, good morning. Pastor Steve here. Turn, if you would, to Hebrews chapter 3, verses 3 through 6. For this one, speaking of Jesus, has been counted worthy of more glory than Moses, inasmuch as he who built the house has more honor than the house. For every house is built by someone, but he who has built all things is God. And Moses indeed was faithful in all his house as a servant, for a testimony of those things which will be spoken of afterwards. But Christ as a son over his own house, whose house we are, if we hold fast the confidence and the rejoicing of the hope firm to the end. I focus on the great Moshe here, the lawgiver, for a moment. Great and faithful servant. He filled the place that God had created for him to present the law of God and establish the holy nation of Israel with God as its king. Moses was correctly and rightly venerated, granted the high honor as a servant of God. But then we see a comparison made here. Though Moses was great and a faithful servant in the house, Christ was faithful in a greater capacity as the son of the house. The law of Moses was the greatest ethical document ever. It covered the basis of how God would have us live in relation to him and to each other. But it was as a servant, a schoolmaster, to show us our real need. The real need was not dealt with until the Son, the final revelation, showed up. There on the cross, he dealt with our relationship with God once and for all. The salvation offered by Jesus is superior in every way to the law brought by Moses. Moses was great, but Jesus is the greatest. Yet then he instructs us to follow this great Son faithfully and be sons of the Father as well. You ponder that, Pastor Steve.